Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world of ours, and welcome to the exciting scene of darkness in Dublin. This evening's scene is set once again in the changeling market of House of Arich, the seat of the barony of Frozen Tears, and the residence of Lord Voidfrost, or Baron Voidfrost, properly. The Baron is currently seated in the mid-afternoon sun. It's actually been relatively warm today in Ireland, so he is sitting next to the crackling bale fire in his high-backed chair with the sun affixed over his head. It is the natural state for Avarich to be. He is pleased. The sun is glorious. In front of him, there is a table as the commoners mill by on either side, going about their daily purchasing and whatever else have you. There's a table that is set for tea in front of him, for high tea. So there are a number of snacks and cakes and small, dainty little teacups and one larger dainty. It is interesting. He has had a teacup put on the table that is the exact same as the dainty little teacups that he himself is sipping from, but much larger. Yes. um, he will nonchalantly kind of flick his wrist as he puts two lumps of sugar into his tea before he stirs it, and he will say he will look up at Willow, who's going to be standing next to him, and he'll say, Must you always be so tense?"
Yes, my lord.
"Ah, good. It's at least I know that you have some kind of problem."
No, my lord.
"I think I killed Max."
Yeah, you did. This is good. Let's continue. I like to see him more broken.
But I have a question. So you are always as stiff as a board, though?
No, my lord.
Oh, good. I was thinking about it. If you were like this during sex, it would either be very disturbing or very irrational for your partner.
Gets completely red in the face. It's just like, I'm only this stiff around you, my lord.
Excellent. Good to know. Good to
You're
know that
welcome, my lord.
good to know I have a stiffening effect on the comedy.
Yes. I like how this conversation is continuing to kill Max. Evan, you're hosting. Like zoom in on him so that the audience can see how he's getting killed.
There we go. It's fine. It's fine, Max. All I have to say for this entire conversation is boom, chicka, wow, wow. Moving swiftly.
I'm actually quite subtle in the water, my lord.
I shall have to see you swim at some point. I'm led to understand that your kith are incredibly graceful.
Yes, my lord.
Hmm,
Been led to understand that as well.
good. Come on, Max. Oh my god!
Evan, do I get bonus XP for killing Max?
I mean, it's not my venue, but if you were in my
I
venue,
think he went on the grounds. We might need to call his mom to check if
I mean, do you have his mom's number?
unfortunately I do not.
There we go. We've already failed at life. Oh well.
Yeah,
Well,
I have his address though.
I mean,
I'll see how fast he's getting up.
he has risen from the grave. It's fine. Max, considering what this conversation has been about, Max, considering what this conversation has been about, you held up one very erect finger there and then gestured to your crotch.
I'd say it was a little stiff though.
I can be a lot stiffer.
Oh
Okay,
my.
let's continue. Let's get this show on the road.
Something that apparently a lot of people in these fucking groups want to see. Good lord. Okay, so
I mean,
I mean,
no, I'm married. Sorry. I don't need to see you stiff.
Oh, come on.
what are we? 14? Yes,
Yes,
we are.
we are.
So, having been invited to the Vantage Freehold, Fraugar has gotten rid of the clothes that were aged 10 years. He's gotten he's put on some of his finer clothes, not the best. Some still, thinks he can move around freely, and he's got his armor. He's still wearing his armor. It's not like plate armor or anything like that. It's like higher grade leather armor or some shit. As he is making his way to the market, which is the freehold of the Baron, he'll look around and see how everything's going. Everybody's going to and fro, as he is now 10 years older.
You'll see a lot of building work is going on in the market, like since it was taken over by the Varich, relatively like they've been doing like clearly major renovation work, and like they're expanding. New stalls are being set up. Old debris and detritus is being cleared up. Like there's a lot of busy going on basically.
Oh, well, good work. And I will just saunter on over towards the promised meeting place. Whatever. My English doesn't do it tonight. Doesn't seem like it.
Your English is a bit stiff. We get it.
Here, have a wet noodle.
Well, that's not even close to stiff.
I mean, she's married. I just to point out, she's already said this herself. She's more than a wet noodle. Continuing.
I mean,
hey.
oh my.
Meeting up in front of the Baron, I will make a polite bow as my presence is announced. I take it.
You will see it's not necessarily announced, but he has another troll who eyes you. Like there's that moment of bro.
Oh, well, hello there.
Ah, a pleasure to see you again. Would you care to sit down?
Sure. I will grab a chair, sit very gently on it, make sure not to break it.
Oh, no. The chair opposite him is a troll-sized chair.
Oh, excellent.
And tea will be served. Immediately. Or hot water, like.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome, sir.
First of all, I am led to understand that I have to apologize to you for the sorry state of affairs yesterday.
Oh, well, that is quite all right. There's these things happen.
I summoned you here to ask you 2 questions.
Very well.
One of which is about yesterday evening, and it is, if you wish to bring grievance for the harm that was done to you, I will be more than happy to voice as your advocate before the court.
I'll put my teacup down. The Shining Host is they are our leaders. They are rulers. They are kings, queens, princes, princesses, knights, barons, counts, all of it. And as such, I believe that they should exemplify all that is the best of us. What happened yesterday is a gross breach of trust towards not just the common folk, but also towards the rules passed down by the Dreaming and to the denizens of the Grey and Autumn world.
I'm inclined in this matter to agree with you.
if justice can be done for this, I would be pleased as punch.
Very well. I will voice the matter, as there will more than likely be an investigation into this affair. And when it is that she decide to, let us be frank, pontificate amongst ourselves, it is always better to have one of us speak on your behalf.
I do thank you for that.
As you said, trust was shaken, and that is not good, particularly with the fact that the common people are unhappy. And it is our duty to be just and noble rulers.
There shall always be unhappiness, sadly. But then again, you can't please everyone all the time.
No, you can't. And that is why I've asked you here for the second question.
Mm-hmm.
I am planning to build a new freehold, a rather costly and laborious affair, I'm sure you'll agree.
Mm-hmm.
I will strike up a new balefire and let it blaze bright. But I do not want this new property for myself. I more so intend to give it to a commoner of no title or name, someone within my land who truly deserves such an honor, or truly is the most dire in need of such succor. The commoners will never speak to me like I am one of their own. They will always see she, they will always see title, they will always bow down to one knee or say what I want them to say. However, you seem to have a way with people and a touch that is more of them. I want you to find me this person who is truly just and worthy of such a great reward for a life lived either in service or a life who would be made better by the possession. Someone who has nothing or someone who has done much for others. And on your recommendation, when this freehold, when the fire is lit, I will grant it to them, the only commoner freehold or freehold in the hands of commoners I am led to believe in this duchy.
Finding someone like that could take a while.
But it is a great and noble quest. Yes, hashtag he used the Q word.
I'm just thinking about how one would do this. I guess us commoners and, well, she generally do not see eye to eye.
It is the duty of us to make sure that there is glamour for all, that there is justice for all, and the laws are upheld. I think that many oftentimes see too much of their own pocket as opposed to the people. This is a sad truth. I am merely trying to give something back.
So let me just make sure I understand this correctly. You wish to build a freehold, let the balefire blaze, hand it over to one of the common folk for its for one of them or multiple of them to be its guardian, and then be it a place for a safe haven for commoners.
Correct.
And these people would not in any way, shape, or form owe you any allegiance aside from residing within your barony?
Aside from residing within my barony and paying whatever taxation is nominally put on any freehold of the size, no. They would not need to swear any oaths. There would be no bindings. There would be no contracts. There would be no covenants. It would simply be an act of kindness.
Once I knew a couple of folks, but they've since moved away. But I can certainly try.
You do not need to give me an answer now. Chances are it will take us some time to spark the balefire and to get the freehold in order before it could even be habitated.
It would also take some time to find someone with the exact qualities that you seek. People like that. They're a rare breed today.
This is why, as I said, either someone who has served the people, someone to rally behind, or someone whom has nothing, who is in desperate and truest need. Those are my only criteria.
I can look around.
There is much unrest. He'll kind of hold up his cup to be refilled.
It will be refilled.
Thank you. There is much unrest with the common folk at the moment due to, I'm led to understand that one of their heroes, one of the champions of the war against House Baelor, a troll by the name of Fang? I believe was his name, Fang.
Oh, yes, little whippersnapper.
I'm led to understand that he has disappeared in some way, or there is some great kerfuffle as to his current personage. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it almost caused a riot at the melee. I had to put down the riot.
I remember. The war against Baelor. Well, that was quite some time ago now. I remember it like it was yesterday. Memories.
Do you know what happened to this troll, as he is also a commoner troll?
I do not.
If you happen to hear, I would be very grateful to know.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Wonderful. See, he looks at Willow. I knew investing in troll-sized teacups would be an excellent idea. They laughed at me, you know. They laughed.
How dare they laugh at you, my lord?
She is delightful, isn't she, Master Fragar? Or Fragar.
Fragar is simply going to turn his head towards Willow, take a look at her.
Eyes grow slightly wider. She almost takes a step back, like suddenly being the center of attention.
Oh, hello there.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Well, not taking into account the happenings of yesterday quite well, sir. My bones ache, though, sir.
Oh. Do you need a massage?
No, sir.
Okay.
So glad I'm not a booker right now.
All right.
How are you, sir?
Well, a bit distraught, a bit dishevelled, a bit confused, a bit annoyed, tiny bit angry, but fine as punch.
I understand your feelings, sir.
This is not the first time that my age has been shut up, as it were.
This is a common happening here in this city, sir. I did not know.
No, the last time this happened to me was about 200 years ago.
Oh, that is quite a long time ago, sir.
Yep.
200 years in this incarnation or 200 years in a previous?
Previous.
Ah.
I remember quite a lot.
I once aged an entire village in one of my own previous incarnations when they refused to pay a tithe.
Oof.
I turned them back when they paid.
Did they swear an oath?
They had sworn an oath to pay. They reneged.
Well, too bad.
You must understand, Miss Willow, that here your word is quite literally your bond. Always be wise to what you say.
Yes, sir. That's what I understood, sir. But
Especially for me!
You seem a rather gentle fellow, to be fair.
I have simply learned to know what to say and when to say it.
That sounds like dragon logic.
Yes, they're some of my good friends.
Truly.
friends with dragons, sir?
Is
I would like to point out, out of character, that was not Dutch.
Nope, it was not.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. I'm gonna roll Void Frost Remembrance to see if he remembers it, if he remembers anything about that, because House of Arch have a very weirdly specific connection to dragons. So let's say he's not going to be able to speak it, but let's see. To recognize the sound of it, I'll say difficulty 7. Does that seem fair?
Sure.
Cool. Ow, no, he doesn't.
Nope.
He kind of quirks an eyebrow and he'll say, I beg pardon.
Oh, sorry. I simply said, the words you speak are the words you choose.
That is the old logic. My forefathers in House of Arch, due to our connection with the sun, have quite an affinity to dragons and dragonfire. One of our great sacred treasures is the bound essence of a dragon whom gave itself to be bound so that it could forever and a day protect the scions of House of Arch when it was summoned to do so.
Oh. Seeing as there are not many of them left, that's quite something.
It is called the Amber Amulet, I believe. It sleeps within the amber until it's summoned forth.
Oh, I have heard about it, yes.
But then again, that is currently in Russia, I think. But there are dragons still in Ireland. Interesting to know. Unfortunately, most of the chimera in my homeland of that great magnificence died a long time ago. There was not enough glamour or dream stuff there to support them anymore.
The Iron Curtain? Yes.
They called it the land without dreams at one point. It is getting better since the Tsar took up residence once again in Moscow and has established the Empire of the Firebird, but it will still take some time.
Probably at least another century.
He looks up at Willow and he kind of contemplates, says, would you like to see a dragon? You seemed fascinated.
That sounds quite interesting, my lord. Yes, I would like to see a dragon.
Could you arrange?
I'd have to ask their permission. I know, with all due respect, Baron, that they are a bit sheepish about meeting others, especially she.
Oh, I do not need to see them. It is for Miss Willow.
Oh, well, I can always ask.
Thank you, sir. The
No
very
problem.
happy smile on Willow's face.
Not a problem.
I suppose that in many ways this is the birthplace of the Tuatha, a font of dreams, unlike any other font of dreams. I read an interesting thing in an old book that said that Hibernia had equal numbers, if not more, of our kind than the entirety of Concordia did. One island compared to a whole continent.
Well, the places where magic comes from are oftentimes more stronger. Do Concordia has, I've heard, a lot of Nunahai.
No, yes, those are the Native American dream things that are odd.
Correct.
In my country, we have many, I believe you would call them inanime.
Ooh, the elements given shape.
Many of them, most of them, pledged themselves to House of Arich. And together we build what it is that we believe our forebears wish of us. Though it is interesting, of course, because Lord Varich is, I believe, one of the few house founders who has actually made his way back to the Grey World. I believe he lives somewhere in Concordia.
I believe Lord Dougal has also made his way here.
I think that you're right. But then again, I believe at this point Lord Dougal is more clockwork than men.
Yeah. Most likely. That would be a sight to see. Oh well.
But yes, I believe that you will do well in this task. What payment may I give to you in exchange for your service?
Well, let us first see if I can find someone. I prefer to not have payment before a task, before I've tried.
This we can understand. He will stand up and he'll hold his hand out for Fargra.
Fraga will rise as well, and will shake his hand.
I take it you don't crush his little she hand with your massive "fuck you."
No, I do. No, I'm just kidding. I take his skull and bash against the table. No, I shake his hand.
He will nod and he will say, "In that case, it has been a pleasure, sir."
Oh, well, it has been a pleasure, Baron. Though I do not have the title, sir, so please.
I shall stick to Mister in that case.
Thank you.
I think that Miss Willow is quite taken with you.
I'm gonna just turn around to the side. It's this quiet, tiny Selkie.
Who gets a little red and seems to want to disappear under the table.
There. It is quite all right. Well then, I shall be off. I have Dave to feed.
What is it, Dave?
Dave is my salamander. He is my companion.
Oh. Is he often hungry?
Yes, he's a growing child.
Huh. In that case, good day.
What'd you say, Evan?
I said, in that case, good day.
Yeah, good day. And I will take another bow and turn around and just dun, 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 dun.